Well, hello Buttercups, my name is Sir Medieval and welcome back. Today we are going to be continuing our journey in Bless Online, making that money as best as we can. So I found that you honestly get a lot of money from selling the blue weapons, especially the Berserker axes. For some reason they are worth about a gold each. It's kind of crazy. So I've just been farming these rhinos for a little bit here. Nobody's online since it's early in the morning / late at night. It's actually only 11 right now, so technically it's my early morning, but for everyone else it's just late at night, so nobody should be over here. So I got a couple hours to myself to do some grinding, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into punching these things. So now that I got myself some some more gear now, I got a little power under my belt, we're doing this thing right. It's not a struggle anymore. It's very nice. I was hunting the mammoths yesterday. It was actually pretty cool. Those were going down pretty quick. So now I'm just selling the weapons and dismantling the Dragon Ball crystals, and everything is hunky-dory. Works out just fine, people. So now let's go for the other rhino. We really only need to stay in one channel for this as well. Really works out well. But when any version comes out, I don't know how much different it's going to be from this version, honestly. It might be very similar in terms of the way the mechanics work. One thing I do hope is not in the game. It's kind of annoying, actually. I know people call it overpowered or whatever, which makes sense because it is. It's the rune system. Well, I don't know if it is, but it definitely feels like it makes a heavy impact in PvP. Like if you go up against somebody who has like full-on purple runes and you don't have any runes, you are more than likely going to lose that fight, assuming they like even half-assedly know what they're doing. But the most annoying part about them is that you can lose them on death, and you can lose them so easily too. Not just PvP, may I point out, but PvE as well. Like I like to play less while I work throughout the day, right? So sometimes I'll leave my character in very bad places accidentally, like when I was at that hobgoblin spot I like to go to up north. Sometimes I'll leave it right where the boss is gonna spawn, and then by the time I'm done with the work call, I check back and bam, my character's gone. But it's annoying to lose a rune in that situation, I get that death can be punishing and should be punishing in some ways. I mean, especially if you're talking about a PvP game, but come on, man. It's annoying. I mean, it's okay, I guess, like because you can PvP and get honor points to buy the runes. That part makes it a little easier, but I don't know. I don't know what they'll do with that system, but maybe it should be gone altogether. Who knows? I think they were talking about getting rid of it anyway. I don't know what they'd put in its place, though, is the thing. Or how the enchantment system might work. Maybe it'll just be baseline where you just plus up your stuff. Maybe it'll be harder to plus up instead. And maybe that's what they'll do in place of that rune system. Or they might have it as enchanting. Who knows? But whatever they do, I hope it's balanced. It doesn't have to be easy, but just don't be downright annoying, please. And honestly, I'm just crying because I died and lost some terrible blue runes, when in reality I should have been more careful to begin with. But man, I like to grind on mobs when I'm at work, man. Don't judge me. Anyway, we got a month out now before the game is supposedly coming out. We're not sure the exact date yet, but the press conference is still on for May 11th. They released a new update saying that selected group of people would be invited to San Francisco, probably the top dogs. So that's going to be fun. Apparently what they are going to be doing might be under NDA. I didn't fully read the agreement, but I did see that Emissary is under NDA for sure. So I don't think you can tell anybody if you get it. I don't think you can, if you get in contact with them and they tell you some stuff, you probably can't say anything. I don't know about the press conference. That might or might not showcase the combat and whatnot. Hopefully it does. Hopefully they show something before we have to, put our wallets on the line. I'm down to pay either way, but it might give people some peace of mind if they can see what they're getting into before they get into it. You know what I mean? There's games that have done that in the past and it's worked really well. The games might not have turned out good. Or not started good, at least. I mean, I'm talking about games like Conan Exiles. You remember when they did those, if you played it or if you followed it, when they did those developer streams before the game came out? I think it was like 2 months before it came out that they started those. But those were really popular. People really liked those because they weren't afraid to show the game the issues and the good parts of it before it came out. Now, of course, I personally couldn't play it for long, but people definitely appreciated that, and so did I, being able to see that game before it came out. And I definitely think they should do the same thing here, even if it's just a little bit. People just probably want to see what they're getting into, is the bottom line. So it would be a good idea. I don't know what their plan is for that. They might, I think Penta might have said today, he's one of the community managers of Blast for the EU side, that they might have developer streams in the future. Don't quote me on that, but they might do things like podcasts. I forgot what else they were talking about. I remember podcasts though, which would be pretty cool. But more than likely, also with the emissary thing, they might have like a Q&A thing going on. Hopefully they have some good questions gathered, stuff that we actually, you know, want to know about the game. Hopefully we don't have no funny business going on, but we'll see. Like I said, it's either way, we're only a month out, so we'll find out either way. Feels like it's taking forever, but we'll get there. Oh crap. Rhino, you making me mess up my combo, man. Come here. So the main thing that's going to happen when NA version comes out, you'll want to make sure that you probably going to want a guild. Or if you don't have a guild, it might be easier to pug with those party buffs. That party buff system might make things really easy. The fact that they have a random dungeon queue was going to make things really easy as well. I was trying to open the dungeon menu, but then that happened. But yeah, you can queue up for random dungeons, which is going to be really nice. You don't really need to do that until like level 30 plus, because the first 2 dungeons are soloable. We don't know how it's going to work in the NA version. They might require us to solo like all the dungeons. They might make them harder. I mean, not solo, but group up for all the dungeons. They might make them a lot harder. So we'll have to see what happens there. It was kind of cool being able to solo the first few dungeons, I will say that. Especially when there was just no way you were going to get Q pops in this server. So, who knows? We'll see what happens there. Come on, Rhino. Dang it. So close. So close and yet so far. PvP is definitely going to be interesting though. When the NA version comes out, it's going to be so populated. Hopefully. No, I definitely think that the game's going to be populated for the first few months guaranteed. And if they deliver, oh my goodness, this is going to be something truly special. There you are, right on time, buddy. Haven't been able to get into a dungeon yet. I've been trying so bad again. But I think I need to target this in the morning time. So I'm going to try to get into a dungeon run this weekend, hopefully. I'll definitely have the gear to do it. I mean, with the runes on, and I have runes in my bank, by the way, that I can put on. I'm over 9k gear score with those runes on. I lost 2 runes today because of stupid deaths. I was AFK doing a work call. Freaking crap. So that happened. Thank you, Mr. Rhino. Let's go, Mr. Turtle Man. But yeah, I'm hoping to get it back into Negratius or Dead Mines Hard. I really want to try Dead Mines Hard. That sounds like so much fun. I can't wait. The raids, though, are well, the raid's supposed to be easy, is what people said last time, I think. And that dungeon version of it is probably pretty easy too, so looking forward to trying that as well. We'll see what happens with that one though. Oh, there was also a 3-man coming out on the 26th, I believe, that we're going to be able to try. Kind of interested in trying that out, seeing what's up there. That's going to be fun in the sun. And ow. Apparently it's a tower defense too. So that is going to be very interesting because tower defenses are freaking awesome. Well, sometimes. There's been some that have been questionable, for sure. But there's been some pretty good tower defenses too. Absolutely. There was also a post that was found that said that apparently the level 50 cap is coming to the Japanese server at some point, and there would also be ocean content, so naval, and aerial content / floating islands, which would be kind of awesome if that appears on the roadmap officially. That would just be insane. I would love that so much, and I know so many other people would too. I was telling them if they actually give us access to that, then I want access to the winter biome up north. I'll show you that in just a second here. Looks so cool. Yeah, this map is huge, so if we had access to all this when it comes to naval and freaking aerial, oh my godness. Yes, my godness. But yeah, I want access to this winter place up here. I'd probably spend a heck of a lot of time up there. So much. It'd be so fun. Oh, and also guild house. Well, actually, it didn't even say guild housing. It said housing was expected to be a thing as well. That would be freaking amazing. Hey, I'd get a house. I'd decorate the crap out of that. Kidding me? One of the things that I enjoyed about BDO. There's a lot of things you can hate about BDO. There's also a lot of things you can love about it. The housing system was awesome. I loved it. If you really wanted to go Sims 4 on that, or even Sims 3 Sims 2 Nightlife, you could. The sky is the limit. And from what I've seen from previous videos in BDO, like the recent videos, people have done some really crazy things with the house system. It's kind of nuts. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like at least 10 to 20% of the revenue they get from that game is just from housing alone. Maybe even more. I mean, you can do some pretty incredible stuff with that. So I need to get back in on that housing stuff. I like the idea of that. And I also need to go exploring to find a pet, like an actual pet. That when probably not anything as big as this big boy right here, but when the NA version comes out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tank pet. I'm going to go for a pet with let me pull up the pet menu here so I can show you what I'm looking for. So why does it always do this? I can't show you when it does this. So basically there is a pet skill that gives you physical defense and magical defense at its most upgraded state. So the purple state for that pet skill, it's about 300 something physical defense and about 80 something magical defense. If they transfer that over to the NA version, then I'm going to go for a pet, any kind of pet, and I'm going to level it up to like purple or orange status, probably purple. And then I'm going to recycle those pet skills until I get that thing. However we can. If I have to convert the tokens into the cash shop currency and work my way up, one way or another we're gonna get that pet skill. And I also want to get a pet with auto loot. Oh my god, yes. And of course, while you're leveling up, you want a pet with XP bonus if you can get one with XP bonus. It's not easy, trust me. But if you get lucky, hey, you made it. And it does help a lot too. Like, I only had the one with 40% on my bat, but oh my goodness, it did help a ton when I had that thing out. Sweet. I'm not getting any weapons, I'm noticing, from these rhinos. Interesting. I might go back to the hobgoblin. But actually, I wasn't even getting that many weapons from these rhinos. I just came over here, actually. I know exactly what mob I was getting the weapons from. And that means I know exactly how to make money right now. A lot of money. Fun in the sun. I was actually getting like a weapon per kill on that elite mob too. I might have to go back over there and test it out. If it actually works, then I might have a guide or two to make about it. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, darn it. I almost got you, Rhino. But for now, I definitely want to farm this out, get as many Dragon Ball crystals as I can, because I want to upgrade my sword to +6. Gotta make it happen. For that, I only need 80 Dragon Balls, but the more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. Okay, here we go. But yeah, I'm excited for the NA version. It's gonna be sweet. Now tell me you didn't just pop up over here. Who is this guy? I bet he's from Imperium. No, he's not. He's from Sparky? Okay. Listen, my rhino, sir. Please give me this rhino. I don't like fighting mages. Mages are crazy. It's hard to get near him as a guardian. Not impossible, of course, but it is pretty hard. Only person I've successfully seen shut down a mage so far is a ranger, but I guess if you catch them off guard with the berserker, they're going down for sure. But if they're looking at you with the guardian, it's kind of tough, it feels like. I think I just need to get good. One way or another, we're going to take down those rangers one day. Trust me. It's hard to know if you're on equal par with people in the Japanese server as well. That's another issue. People have been playing so long and they have really good gear, and not only that, but they have complete knowledge of their class. It's hard to be on the same level as them. But when the NA version comes out, especially gear-wise, you'll know that you'll start off on the same foot at least. They might get farther a lot quicker than you, but for a while you'll still be in the same range until they get super duper powerful, which hopefully at that point you will be super duper powerful as well. I kind of like the fact also that I didn't know how I felt about it at first. The fact that doing dungeons every day was time. Well, like you only had a set amount of dungeons to do. You could do per day, and the same thing with PvP. PvP only happened at a certain time every day. I couldn't understand it originally. I was like, why did they do it like that? But the dungeons make sense so that people can't just play all day long and get crazy freaking powerful, right off the bat. They can't just grind there. You have to go at it at a pace. But you could do like every single dungeon in a certain day if you wanted to, especially once we get to like level 50 content. There will be more than enough dungeons to do, but you still can't spam them. That's pretty cool. And even if you play like you don't have a lot of time to play, you could still, hey man, don't do it. Let me get that. You could still, when you get off work or whatever, just run a dungeon or two and you're all good. Not to mention the queue times are going to go very quick. It's going to be interesting how they're going to do that as well. I'm still curious about the server system. Wanting to know if it's going to be cross-server when it comes to the dungeons, how quick the queues are going to be, how many channels there are. There's so many questions. So many questions. So little time. Hey, a bow. Nope, get away from me, Rhino. Get away. I don't trust you. There he is. Hello, beautiful. All right. Come on. Ow. Someone else hit me? Oh no, they didn't. No, it probably would have hurt a lot more. Oh crap, I wasted that. Bring it on, Sally. Got him. Okay, sweet. Oh, what a waste. Oh, we got 18 of these tough rhino tendons. That's good at least. I'll take it. Almost ready to head back here though. Jeez, I have 91 of these things, these teal-shaped candies. Crazy. Oh, hold on, I forgot to do the event today. Okay, because we can just go ahead and collect that right now. Free money, free Lumina, if it loads up. In this case, it's money. Thank you, game. I love the fact that they actually have events like that right now, and hopefully we'll have them in NA version. That is really cool. And I really like the way this event works because you don't even have to collect it every day. It builds up over time, either way. freaking awesome. Got you. Like if you miss a day, it'll just carry over to the next day. You'll be able to collect both of them. It's really cool. Goodbye, Rhino. But yeah, there's a lot of different places to farm mobs. The one I'm thinking of where I started getting a bunch of different blue weapons that I sold earlier. I mean, I must have made at least 9 gold off of the blue weapons that I sold, and I only was there for like a good 30 minutes to an hour, and I was basically, I mean, half butting it because I was watching Insidious: The Last Key in the background. I hadn't seen the last Insidious yet, so I went ahead and ordered it off of Amazon Prime or Amazon Video. You might as well watch it. I don't know why I watch scary movies. I was such a little sissy. I was muting the scary parts. I knew they were coming. So I'd mute them, and then I'd watch the jump scare, and then I'd go back and play it with sound. That's my tactic with scary movies. If I was in a theater, I'd be the laughing stock. I'd be the guy looking to the side, have his shirt covering his face, you know, holding my shirt up. I'm that guy. Or I'll see it before I go to the movie, like after it's been out for a little bit, and you can see it, you know, on Amazon Prime or whatever. And then I'll know the jump scares. Then I'll go back and see it with other people. I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm good. Don't worry, I'm here. Is that a friend or a foe? It's a friend. Come on, Mr. Rhino. Show me what you got. Alright, people. Well, it looks like that is all the time we have for now. But hey, I shall be back tomorrow with some more stuff. We shall be returning to the journey. The awesome journey of Blessed Online. I really wish I'd hit him. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Later, folks.